Dear students, in this video, we are going to learn about trigonometric ratios for allied angles. Okay, we are going to study the quadrant system in trigonometry, and this is how it starts. Suppose you have a quadrant system over here, and we start from here. This one is the first quadrant, followed by the second, third, and fourth. And what is the angle denotion over there? It starts from 0 degree, then we have 90 degree, then 180 degree, then 270 degrees, and then 360 degrees. Now you know it better that angles are measured in degrees and radians, where radians stand as the SI unit of angle. And we know that keeping 0 degree as it is, if we will see 90 degree can be written as pi by 2 in radians. It's actually pi by 2 radians. Similarly, 180 degree is pi radians, 270 degree is 3 pi by 2 radians, and 360 degree is 2 pi radians. Now you need to suppose that you have a revolving line over here. That revolving line which actually revolves amongst all these quadrants. Okay, these quadrants are dealing with positive x-axis, negative x-axis, positive y-axis, and eventually negative y-axis. So this green line, right, this one is the revolving line which almost revolves in amongst all the quadrants. So how to go about it? Just see. If you talk about first quadrant, this is the first quadrant. If I will say you that all the t ratios are taken as positive in this first quadrant, how will I justify myself? So this revolving line, you can see this subjects out one perpendicular and one base. Can you see that the perpendicular is actually the positive y-axis and the base is basically the positive x-axis. So the trigonometric ratios sine, cos, tan, and then cosecant, secant, cot, and their denotions as okay. So every trigonometric ratio which involves perpendicular and base are positive, because both perpendicular is also positive, base is also positive, and this hypotenuse revolving line, its sign we do not consider, right? So what happens? All the t ratios become positive in the first quadrant. Now talking about the second quadrant, if I will say that sine and cosecant are positive in this second quadrant, how will I justify myself? Suppose this revolving line now comes to the second quadrant. Now this is the perpendicular that it has subjected, and this is the base that it has subjected. Can you see that the perpendicular is positive? It is referring to the positive y-axis, but the base is negative x-axis. So this means in the second quadrant, base is negative, perpendicular is positive. So all the trigonometric ratios which are involving base, they will be negative, and which are only involving perpendicular, they will be positive. Now have a look. Sine has p by h. Sine is p by h, so it's positive. Cos is b by h, so it's negative. Tan is p by b, it's negative. So cosecant is positive, secant is negative, cot is negative. Okay, so after that, let us move to the third quadrant. Now suppose you have the revolving line in the third quadrant. Now when it has come to the third quadrant, if I will say you that tan and cot are only the positive t ratios in the third quadrant, how will I justify myself? Because you can see that the perpendicular of this revolving line is negative. You can see, you can compare it, corresponds to negative y-axis, but the base is also corresponding to negative x-axis. So sine is p by h. परपेंडिकुलर नेगेटिव है तो ये भी नेगेटिव होगा, cos will be negative, cosecant will be negative, secant will be negative. Now tan and cot are the only quantities which involve perpendicular upon base or base upon perpendicular. So that way minus upon minus gives it positive. So here in the third quadrant, both the perpendicular as well as the base are negative quantities. So if there is some trigonometric ratio जिनमें इन दोनों का ही ratio आ जाए, okay, so that trigonometric ratio will yield a positive result. Fine. Now we will talk about fourth quadrant. Suppose you have a revolving line in the fourth quadrant. So this is the perpendicular and this is the base. Can you see that perpendicular is still negative because it corresponds to negative y-axis and the base is positive x-axis? So this means यहाँ पर fourth quadrant में base positive है but perpendicular negative है. So all the quantities which are involving only perpendicular and hypotenuse, they will be negative, okay, which are involving perpendicular, and the ones which do not involve perpendicular at all, they will be positive. Cos and secant are the only quantities which do not involve perpendicular. Cos is b by h, secant is h by b. So in this quadrant, what are positive? Cos and secant. You got my point? And I will give you a learning tip after school to college. Can you see that the initials are written in green color? After school to college. A means all positive. S means sine and cosecant positive. T means tan and cot positive. C means cos and secant positive. Fine. Now how to find T ratios for allied angles? You need to see that. Suppose we are talking about first quadrant. So you can have the problems like sine 90 degree minus theta, cos 90 degree minus theta. So you need to take care of two things over here. Number one, which quadrant we are going in. You need to take care of the quadrant. Number two, you need to take care of vertical or horizontal line. So these are the two things you need to take care of. Quadrant, where you are going at, and which line you are dealing with, vertical or horizontal. For example, sine 90 degree minus theta. Now 90 degree minus theta, theta is acute, essentially acute. 90 में से आप कुछ minus करते हो, आप first quadrant में आ रहे हो, you are coming in first quadrant, right? And so first is we got to know the quadrant. So if we are going to first quadrant, so can you say sine, this sine, is it positive in first quadrant or negative in first quadrant? It is positive in first quadrant. So that means the overall result is going to be positive. So quadrant decides your sign. And are you dealing with vertical line or horizontal line? Say you are dealing with 90 degree. 90 degree comes under vertical line. So if it comes under vertical line, so sine will be changed to cos. Remember, vertical line changes the T ratio. Horizontal line does not change the T ratio. So sine becomes cos. Okay. So vertical line changes sine to cos, cos to sine, tan to cot, cosecant to secant, secant to cosecant, and cot to tan. You got my point? Similarly, cos 90 minus theta. Or you can say secant 90 minus theta. Secant 90 minus theta. So number one thing is quadrant. 90 minus theta means you are going in first quadrant. And here it is secant. Secant is positive in first quadrant, बल्कि सारे ही positive होते हैं उसमें. So the overall thing will be positive. Next is, are you dealing with vertical line or horizontal line? Of course, you are dealing with vertical line. So secant will be converted to cosecant. Now I will give you more applications to do. Right? Just wait. Now after that, suppose you have sine 90 plus theta. Sine 90 plus theta, and then you have tan 90 plus theta, and here in place of 90, pi by 2 can also be written. Remember that 90 means 90 degrees, pi by 2 means pi by 2 radians. So sine 90 degree plus theta. When you are moving to 90 degree plus acute angle, you are moving to second quadrant. क्या साइन उसमें पॉजिटिव होता है? Yes. So the overall result is positive. And then since it's a vertical line, so sine 90, sine will be changed to cos and this theta will come as it is. Fine. Similarly, you have tan 90 plus theta. Now you can see that 90 plus theta, point number 1 which is to be checked is quadrant. Quadrant is 90 plus theta means second quadrant, and in second quadrant only sine and cosecant are positive, tan is not positive. So if tan is not positive, it means it's negative, so the overall result is also going to be negative. And are you dealing with vertical line or horizontal line? See, since 90 is written here and 90 lies on the vertical line, so that means tan will be changed to cot. It will be minus cot theta. You got my point? I'll give you few more illustrations as well. You have sine 180 degree minus theta, or simply you have, I think you can say cot 180 minus theta. So 180 minus theta, 180 minus theta means you are moving in second quadrant, okay, because you are subtracting something from 180, so you are moving in second quadrant. So if you are moving in second quadrant, okay, cot is positive there or negative there? It is negative there because only sine and cosecant are positive there. So if it is negative there, I'll be using the negative sign over here. And after that, are you dealing with vertical line or horizontal line? Of course you're dealing with horizontal line this time, because 180 degree means horizontal line. So if we are dealing with horizontal line, so cot will remain cot only. Horizontal line says nothing to the T ratio, it does not get changed. Whereas the vertical line changes the T ratio. So cot remains cot. So this becomes minus cot theta. Similarly, if you have tan 180 degree plus theta. So above 180 degree में plus कर रहे हो theta. That means you are moving in third quadrant. And when you are moving in third quadrant, so is tan positive there? Of course, yes. Tan is positive there. So if tan is positive there, the overall result is going to be positive. But are you dealing with vertical line or horizontal line? The answer is horizontal line. So tan will remain tan over here. So this is plus tan theta. So this way we calculate the T ratios. I will give you an exercise to do. First of all, you will derive the formulas sine 90 minus theta. You will derive all the formulas for 90 minus theta series. Sine 90 minus theta, cos 90 minus theta, tan 90 minus theta, cosecant 90 minus theta, secant 90 minus theta, and then cot 90 minus theta. After doing it, you will find out 6 more formulas: sine 90 plus theta, cos, tan, and eventually like that. 6 formulas of 90 plus theta. After that, you will find out 6 more formulas of sine 180 minus theta, cos 180 minus theta, and eventually up to cot. ये 6 formulas derive करने के बाद you will be doing sine 180 plus theta, cos 180 plus theta, tan 180 plus theta, and eventually you will find out all the T ratios regarding 180 plus theta. After that, the task is to find out sine 270 minus theta and all the other formulas regarding 270 minus theta. And after that, the 6 formulas corresponding to 270 plus theta. And after that, the 6 formulas regarding 360 minus theta and 360 plus theta. So find them out and tell me what are the results you are going to get.